Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Benevento. Now today's episode is going to be a bit of a bumper one. We've got 3 games to play, the final 2 league games to see if we can secure European football for next season, but we've also got the Italian Cup final sandwiched in between against Juventus. So when we last met it was the 2-2 draw against Roma away from home. We'll follow that up with an absolute thumping victory, a 6-1 home win against Atalanta. 4 goals for Sheriff Ahmed and 2 goals for Massimo Corda got our 6, and Andrea Petagna got their solitary goal in the 46th minute. And then we secured our place in the Italian Cup semi-final because we beat Lazio 2-0 away from home, meaning we went through 6-1 on aggregate. We then played Juventus in the league, who were top of the league by a comfortable margin, and we beat them 4-3 away from home. 2 goals from Sheriff Ahmed, 1 from Alberto Grassi and 1 from Felix Udikai secured the 4-3 victory. They did get back into the game with 3 quick goals in a 7-minute period, but were scored in the 89th minute to steal the 3 points. We then faced second placed AC Milan at the time and beat them 2-1 at home. 2 goals from Sheriff Ahmed secured the victory. 1 from Leonardo Bonucci gave them the lead initially inside 20 minutes, and they did dominate the match, but we got the 3 points and they didn't. And then disappointingly we got beat off Palermo away from home, getting beat 2-1. 1 from Massimo Corda getting our goal, but they did really dominate this match. I think they were 7th at the time. They were part of the chasing pack, and we got thumped. And in the penultimate game we won 1-0 against Bologna. A goal from Claudio Mora just before half time, getting the goal for us. Sheriff Ahmed was injured for this game, so he did not play. But yeah, a comfortable win really. They got someone sent off in the 78th minute and we never really looked like conceding. And finally, before the game against Verona today, we did beat Sassuolo away from home 4-0. 4 goals from Massimo Corda in a very quick period. He scored a hat-trick within 5 minutes. And then he got himself a 4th in the 77th minute. And all of that sees us lying in 2nd position in Serie A in our 2nd season in charge of Benevento. An absolutely fantastic achievement, and if we can beat Verona in our first game today, we will secure Champions League football for next season. And I've been doing a bit of shopping in between now, before the end of the season, and all of these guys are joining. And there's 2 Egyptians that's going to join Sheriff Ahmed next season who are absolutely fantastic. But you'll have to wait for the next episode for that. So we'll go in against Verona very quickly. I'm not going to live com this game. Actually, I am going to live com this game. What am I talking about? Belic in goal, Letizia, Luca Antia, Udikai, Di Chiara in defence, Pedrosa, Ricky, Grassi and Moreno in midfield, Massimo Corda and Sheriff Ahmed up front. We are without our 2 first choice wingers for the rest of the season. Jairo and Francisco Trincao are going to miss the remaining games. So let's hope Alex Moreno and Federico Ricci can step up to the plate. They line up 4-5-1. We're going to jump straight into this because we need to go through this quickly so the video isn't an hour long. We'll get the league table up so we can keep an eye, see if we'll drop any positions. But I believe it's the top 4 spots get Champions League in Italy. So, yeah, if we win, we're sorted. First highlight of the game, about 25 minutes in, and it looks like it's going Verona's way. Bonazzoli now, back to Fossati, back to Bessa. Now back to Bonazzoli, Di Chiara clears, and can we break? Alex Moreno has picked himself up a knock. I might have to look at getting him off, but Massimo Corda now to Ricci on this right-hand side. Back to Alberto Grassi. We've got a lot of men forward. He plays a lovely through ball for Ricci. Ball in. Sheriff Ahmed is there. And we take the 1-0 lead. Some really good play from us in midfield. An absolutely superb ball from Grassi here to find Ricci overlapping. And Ahmed gets his head above their defender and makes it 1-0. Right, I'm going to get Ahmed off as well. I'm going to get Guilherme off and Ahmed. We cannot afford to lose these 2. So we'll get Claudio Mora, who's got himself a knock, but hopefully he can see out this game. If we end up losing Sheriff Ahmed and Alex Moreno from this game, I'll be really disappointed. Alex Moreno is our backup left midfielder, and without Trincao, we really need him. And obviously Sheriff Ahmed's just fantastic, so we can't afford to go on without him. But it is half-time. The rest of I think, was there just that one highlight? I think there was. I don't mind that too much, as long as we win. Highlight now, and Verona have the ball inside our half. Can they make an opportunity? It doesn't look like it, and Alberto Grassi's got the ball in the centre. Ricci's now cutting inside from the right. Ball bobbles about. Corda's back post. Is he offside? He's not offside, he's onside. And another great assist from Ricci, and Massimo Corda gets himself on the score sheet. Alberto Grassi really is dictating play from central midfield. Richie's performed really well when he's actually played. He's on loan from Sassuolo just as a backup to Gyro, but he has performed really well. Highlight now, Verona quite high up the pitch. They're inside our box now, but it goes all the way back to Berezinski, to Bessa, to Folletti. Bonazzoli now. He's got Velotti overlapping and he beats Belic at his front post. It's one of the areas where we're really going to have to look to improve in the summer, our goalkeeper. Shouldn't be getting beat from that sort of angle, but it was decent play from Verona. They might have deserved a goal. But I just hope we can hold on from here. A nice little finish. Shouldn't be getting beat at his front post. 2-1. 15 minutes to go. We're going to make our final change. We're going to get Alberto Grassi off for Scresiu. Need to keep him fit as well for the Italian Cup final. That is happening next. Corner from us. Guilherme plays it in. Udakai's there. Look at Antia. Very, very close. Bonazzoli's through now. The highlight continued. I didn't think it was going to come to anything. And Bonazzoli gets Verona level. Oh man, no. I don't want this to go to the final match of the season. We're away from home at Sampdoria. And that's just, we completely fell asleep there. Bonazzoli, there's no Verona players around him. It's just a long ball over our defence. I am now worried. Udakai with a long ball over the top. Mora's in behind the defence. I just knew he wasn't going to finish that. I just knew it. It looks like results might be going in our favour. Oh no, they're not. Napoli must have just scored. They've took the lead in their game. And that's it. Benevento 2, Verona 2. Oh, we could have confirmed it there. And now it all goes into the final game. And you know, the chase and pack are no mugs, and we've got a congestion of fixtures here. Got a bad feeling about it. So we'll take a look at the league table here. Napoli, Inter Milan, Lazio and us all vying for the 3 Champions League spots. If Napoli, Inter and Lazio win and we do not, does that mean we don't get Champions League football? Quite possibly. But yeah, Napoli scored in the 92nd minute to get the victory over Carpi. Ugh. Let's just take a quick look, see who Lazio has got. They have got Udinese at home. That's a very likely victory. I've just got to hope Inter, Milan and Napoli are playing each other. Inter have got Fiorentina away from home. That's a tough game. That's not a given that they're going to win that. And Napoli have got Torino away from home, which Torino were in 6th, so they're not a bad side, but you would think Napoli could turn them over. Sheriff Ahmed's out for 1 to 2 days. He'd probably be fit for the Italian Cup final, but Alex Moreno is out for the season now. We do qualify for the European Cup, so we are in the Europa League at the very least, which in and of itself is a fantastic achievement. Right, we're here, we're back. It is Juventus in the Italian Cup final, and injuries have necessitated this starting 11. So it'll be Belic in goal. Dickman will be going in at right back. Luke Antia and Udakai as our centre-offs, and Jose Gomez will be our left back. Scresiu in defensive midfield, Federico Ricci at right midfield, Alberto Grassi in the centre with Gianluca Di Chiara on the left midfield, which I think is the first time I've ever played him there. Claudio Mora and Massimo Corda will be up top because Sheriff Ahmed picked up a knock in training, returned to full fitness one day. I probably could have risked him and maybe he might get on for the second half, but I've got faith in Claudio Mora. Right, they're playing 4-5-1. No massive changes in their starting 11 from the first season. Brignoli, who was at us last season, is starting in goal. That is an opportunity to get some goals. I'm guessing he's their cup keeper. And they see us of that little as a threat that they didn't even start their main keeper. But here, we'll jump into this. I'm not expecting too much. Italian Cup final, Juventus. Obviously, they've got a much better team than we do. And because of the injuries to our key players, particularly in the attacking sense, it's probably going to be a bit of a struggle this game. First highlight of the game, half an hour in. It's been a very quiet opening period, but now we get into it. Dybala now for Juventus plays a long ball over the top for Higuain. Oh my god, you would have bet your house on Higuain scoring that, but we survive. One highlight for the first half. If we could just have one highlight for the second half of us scoring, that would be fantastic. Highlight now, Juventus coming forward with Stefano Sturaro. And that was a good strike, but just wide. Highlight Lorenzo Dickman with a throw in high up the pitch. Scresiu back to Dickman. To Ricci. Don't lose the ball here. Jose Gomez now. Back to Scresiu. Can we work an opening to Chiara down this left-hand side? In an unfamiliar role, he gets the ball in, but it's cleared. Back in. Claudio Mora is there, and the faith has been repaid. We have took the lead in the 70th minute. Di Chiara, our left back, who's playing at left midfield, gets a good ball in and gets onto the head of Claudio Mora, who's only playing because Sheriff Ahmed's got bruised shins. Nice little header, nice finish. Another highlight straight after the goal, and we've got the ball high up the pitch again, but I've got a feeling this might be a Juventus break. Bernardeschi, it's 3-on-2 now. We're getting back in numbers, but is it enough? Can we break? Scresiu, come on. Oh, the right pass there, and we were in behind their defence. Pjanic to Bernardeschi. Machuidi's got it now, back to Bernardeschi. He's got the ball into Gonzalo Higuain, and that's his second attempt at goal, where he probably should have got 2 goals. Right, we'll make some changes. We'll get Scresiu off for Pedrosa. We'll get Luke Ante off for Nelson Monti. I don't want him getting sent off. And we'll get Guilherme on for Di Chiara. Come on, lads. Hold out. Last 10 minutes. Jose Gomez. We've got the ball quite high up the pitch. Don't give it away. Claudio Mora's in the box. And he doubles his tally for the game. And he doubles my faith in him. 2-0. It was an absolutely excellent goal, this. Jose Gomez finds Grassi, who finds Mora in the box. First time strike. He was looking the wrong way. How he's done that, I don't know. But he is a fantastic little player. 4 minutes remain. This is going to be our first cup competition win in charge of Benevento. Can we make it a third? No, we cannot. Come on, ref, blow the whistle. And that's it. It is full time. Benevento 2, Juventus 0. And we have secured our first cup competition in charge of Benevento. Now, if you said it within 2 seasons you'd win the Italian Cup and be within a chance of getting in the Champions League, I would have called you absolutely crazy, but we have done it. And Claudio Mora, 700 grand we bought him for. He's the most average of average strikers, but he does the business whenever he's on the pitch. Right, I'll get to Sampdoria away from home. They're in 16th position whilst we are in 2nd, so let's hope we can get the win there. Sheriff Ahmed should be playing, so not too much worried there. I'll get to that game and we'll... Right, we're here. It is the final game of the season against Sampdoria, and this is the team that will be facing them today. We'll start with Belic in goal, Letizia, Luca Ante, Nelson Monti and Jose Gomez in our defence. Scresiu is our defensive midfielder, Federico Ricci, Alberto Grassi and Di Chiara in the midfield positions. Sheriff Ahmed is back in for this game and Massimo Corda will be joining him up top. So we're getting into this match. They are playing a 4-3-1-2 system. Hopefully we can exploit their wingers because it looks like they're playing wing backs as well. So hopefully we can cause some trouble down the wings. Sampdoria come forward with the corner. They played in and that was it. Jose Gomez now plays it out to Sheriff Ahmed. Can we break? Massimo Corda's got the overlap from Ricci. Can he get down the right hand side? He kind of gets the ball in the box. It's cleared by Salah. Jose Gomez to Di Chiara down the left hand side this time. Get the ball in. Massimo Corda's there, back post. And he gives Benevento the lead. Some good play down the right hand side, but the ball was cleared initially. But Jose Gomez and Di Chiara combined quite nicely. Gets the ball in, back post. He's done very well at left wing in the past couple of games. I'm really pleased with his performances. And Massimo Corda gives us the lead. And of course, that would see us lie on 73 points, guaranteed 2nd position if we can hold on to this lead, which doesn't look likely at the minute. Zapata, oh my God, it lasted about 3 minutes. It all came from a free kick deep in our own half. It finds its way to Duvan Zapata in the box via Inglese, and Zapata, absolute thunder. That no keeper in the world was saving that. We're back with another highlight 20 minutes in, and Sampdoria are high up the pitch again. Dennis Preet has got it now. Inglese up front, back to Preet. He's been performing really well, even though he's got a slight knock. Strinic plays the ball in, back out to Preet, Joe Schmidt. And should Belic be doing better there? Probably. We'll drop down to a 3rd position as things stand. And we're getting beat. Strinic with the ball in. Luke Ante clears only as far as Preet and Schmidt. With an excellent strike. Belic just goes to ground for whatever reason. And we're getting beat now. Highlight now. Ricci plays the ball down the line for Massimo Corda on the right hand side. Sheriff Ahmed now. He's got Alberto Grassi overlapping. Can he get the ball? Oh, he's missed. Oh, how well, lads, please. If we miss out on Champions League football because we didn't beat Verona, I'm going to be devastated. Oh, no. Federico Ricci's just got a straight red card and we are down to 10 men. Oh no. Right, this is what we're going to have to do. We'll take off Massimo Corda for Lorenzo Dickman. We've got fullbacks playing both fullback positions and winger positions on both sides now. We'll set up a little bit more defensively, but this is turning quickly into a disaster. And all it would take is for Inter Milan and Napoli to get goals, and we would be out of the Champions League. Right, half time, we'll have a look at the latest scores. Napoli are drawn with Torino. They get a goal there. They go above us. Whereas Inter Milan are getting beat by Fiorentina. So I think they need 2 goals to get above us. But our game is pretty much a write-off at this point. So if Inter Milan and Napoli win, we are out of the Champions League running. If either of them don't win, we still get our Champions League spot. I'm not even bothered about the highlights now. I'm just keeping an eye on the scores. Napoli is still 0-0. Inter Milan is still getting beat. The time's going quickly. We're through to 70 minutes now. As we'll get our first highlight of the second half, we have the ball down our right-hand side. Can we build something? You never know. We might be able to nick a goal here. Disciara. Can he play the overlap? He finds Sheriff Ahmed inside, and Valery over gets his challenge in. Strinic to Juricic. Sampdoria coming forward. This is probably going to be a chance for them. Maybe not. Sheriff Ahmed. Alberto Grassi's got the overlap from the left-hand side, but he finds Ahmed back inside. And a good save by Viviano. Corner's played in. Is it worth it? Probably not. Is that highlight over? Inter Milan, 75 minutes, still getting beat. What? Is that? Oh, the game glitched a little bit there. It's still 1-0 Fiorentina. We are still in third position, so Napoli have not taken the lead. It's final 10 seconds of the match. I think we've secured Champions League football by the skin of our teeth. And that's it. I think we have secured Champions League football for next season. The game's processing and it's taken a really long time. Come on. Yes, we have got it. Lazio and Inter Milan are joining us in the Champions League alongside Juventus. But we've secured Champions League football for next season with Benevento. Right, we'll quickly review the season as a whole. We're not going to go too deep into this because this video is going to be long enough as it is. Massimo Corda, Sheriff Ahmed, Francisco Trincao and Jairo, our 4 attacking players with the highest average rating, 26 goals in 35 games for Massimo Corda. He is 30 years old now, valued at 13 million, so if I was to get a reasonable offer for him, he would probably be out the door, but he's a fantastic servant and he's done fantastically well for us this season. Sheriff Ahmed, I'm expecting a lot of interest over the summer. He's worth £20 million now. He's listed as a wonder kid. We already knew that already, but the media has now picked up on that. There hasn't been any interest in him yet, but if an offer comes in that's a ridiculous amount of money, what would I take? Maybe 45, 50 million, something like that, because at the minute, one of the big struggles that we're going to have is improving this squad as a whole. So even if it means selling our best player for an absurd amount of money to be able to strengthen the squad, it might be worth doing. Francisco Trincao, 7 million. He's progressed really well this season and he's a very, very good first season for the young Portuguese lad. Again, all of these lads are sellable for me. Gyro's worth 20 million. If we were to get 25 million for him, it will be a fantastic bit of business. And I've already got one of my old Sunderland favourites eyed up for the right wing position anyway. Felix Udekai is another one who is a fantastically well-rounded centre-half. He is listed as the best player in this team. But as I say, nobody's safe from this team. Finances are a big issue. Got 13 million in the balance. 5 million, that must be our transfer budget for next season now. Yeah, board set initial budgets, 5 million, £375,000 per week in terms of the wages. That only leaves £57,000 and 5 million. We're going to be a Champions League team next season and we've got no money to strengthen this team. So there's going to be a lot of ins and outs come the summer. We do have a lot of young lads coming in, as I just always do. You know, I'm not spending anything more than 750 grand on any one of these players, and most of them are below £300,000. I think there's 2 Egyptians, 1 Slovakian, and then like 6 or 7 people from the Czech Republic. I'm not sure if it was just because that's where my scouts hit first or what, but I did set up my scouting assignments to find young people with high potential. So a lot from the Czech Republic this year. So we nearly bottled it, but we didn't quite bottle it, and we made it into the Champions League and won the Italian Cup final against Juventus, which is just an amazing achievement for me. Looking forward to next season. It's going to be a hectic summer. We're going to have to make some big decisions in terms of players selling and players brought in. But we'll look forward to next season with a bit of optimism. Hopefully we can have a decent season in the Champions League and a decent season in the league and make Benevento a real force in Italy. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, and if you're enjoying this series, get yourself subscribed. But until next time, take it easy.